Good evening, guys. Happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I don't have a lot of time today because I don't have much space left on this SD card. So I'm going to make today's vlog fast because I didn't actually get a chance to edit any today because I was making grocery lists because originally I thought we were going to try and squeeze Meyer in tomorrow. My mom has a lot of stuff going on, and then I remembered Friday we don't have a football game because it's on Saturday. So we're going to that instead of, on Friday. So I'll have Friday pretty much free the entire day. So I think we're going to go to Meyer on Friday. So I should have that haul for you guys then. But like I said, I was working on my grocery list. I was working on Jewel. I still have to finish Meyer, but like I said, I was doing all that stuff like during the day today. And then on top of that too, we also had, I think they're kind of done with the stuff upstairs, the drywall. I believe, but my dad was saying that I think they're still supposed to come over and like do something else. I don't know if it's like touch-up work or like there's something supposed to be happening. I don't know exactly when it's supposed to be happening. But anyways, that was going on today too. And then this afternoon we ended up going to the soccer match because I think I was telling you guys they were playing semi-sectionals, I believe it was. So they had won regionals on Friday and then they played semi-sectionals today. And so we ended up going to the game, but it wasn't until 7 o'clock. And then we ended up like, I don't think we got home until like 10 o'clock at night. It actually went into overtime. So the other team that we were playing ended up scoring first, I think in the first half. And then we ended up scoring in the second half and tied it up. Then it went to 2 overtime matches and it ended up, or like halves, and then in the second overtime, the other team ended up scoring. So, and we actually came really close. There was one that was actually a goal during like the regulation time, I think in the first half. And they called it out of bounds when it was funny because the AD was standing right there. He actually came over to the coach afterwards and he was like, that wasn't out. Like the official ended up calling it out and it wasn't, and they scored on that. But they ended up blowing the whistle and said that they were out. So that kind of stunk. And then there was another play too at the very end of the game, in the first of the like overtime matches, where one of the kids got pushed in the back and like pushed in the back and fell over. I don't even think he had the ball. Or like he did, but like the kid wasn't going for the ball. It was like a pretty bad call, and then they didn't end up like calling, or like giving him a card or anything like that. Whereas like there was some ticky-tack stuff, especially early on in the beginning, where the other team was like getting calls to go their way and we weren't. So it was just it seemed a little lopsided. But then I'll also say too, we did have a penalty kick in the first half and they missed it. And so, and then right after that, I think was when the other team ended up scoring. So like I said, there was opportunities. Like I never like to be like, oh, it's the officiating crew and stuff like that. Like I said, it's kind of, especially when you kind of notice it, you're like, oh, that was more like one-sided or whatever. But, again, there were opportunities and we did get some calls, that kind of stuff. But you never want to like put it in the hands of the officials. Like, again, if we made that penalty kick, then, like we wouldn't possibly be in that position, that whole kind of thing. So that's why like in all the sports too, when I talk about like football and that kind of thing, like I never like to like really bash on the officiating, because if it's that close of a game and it comes down to like one bad call that a referee makes or an official, an umpire or something like that, then it, that's what kind of stinks, that determines the game that way. But at the same time too, it's like, don't let it get to that point. Like, be up by 10 points, like that kind of thing. I know it's difficult to say, but at the same time too, like you never want to put that in the official's hands. Like put the game in your hands and you make the plays, like that kind of stuff. And don't let it, be, like I said, come down to like those kind of things where it's like a really bad call that, you don't get, or you do get, or whatever it is, try to make the game your game. Again, there's going to be things that referees and officials are going to miss and all that kind of stuff. But again, it kind of, like I said, it gets difficult when you try and look at it like, from that perspective, as far as, like the officials and the, umpires or referees or whatever, like making calls to, make the decision of the game. So anyways though, like I said, that's where we were tonight. It was actually really fun to watch, but they're not advancing because they didn't end up winning today. So and also too, I don't know if I mentioned, but the girls volleyball that had also won, they were in the playoffs, they lost their first round, so they didn't make it either. So football is now, soccer made it, they won the first round, but now again, like I said, we have, I think the only thing that's left is football, and I think we have one track or cross country or something like that, I think is also they're in the playoffs too. So anyways though, we got Saturday to look forward to, but I got a lot of stuff to get done tomorrow, so I'm gonna take a shower real quick and get to bed. But I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.